IQ. All right, Steve, so here we go. First question, Steve. Have you ever told a lie before?
Yes.
All right, what do you call somebody that tells lies, Steve?
Liars.
Hey, thanks for being honest. All right, so you're self-admitted liar.
Yes.
All right, but you're being honest. All right, next question, Steve. Have you ever stolen anything before?
Yes.
Okay, what do you call people that steal things?
Steelers.
That's a Pittsburgh football player.
That's a real word.
It's a play. What do you call somebody that steals? There you go, thief. Again, it says to be intelligence tested. That's a good thing. All right, so what do you? So you call someone a thief? So you're a self-admitted thief. You've stolen things before? Okay. Next question. Have you ever used God's name in vain? I'll use Hitler's name this way. Basically, if something bad happens to me, I stub my toe. I go, Hitler! Have you ever done that with Hitler's name? Have you ever done it with God's name?
Yes.
Okay, that's very serious crime. I mean, you're using the name of God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. You're using his name to express filth. We use filthy words that way. We don't even use Hitler's name that way, or Buddha's name that way. Have you ever heard it? It's like, oh, Buddha! But we use God's name that way. Serious crime. All right, next question, Steve. This is what Jesus says. All right, he says, whoever looks upon a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her in his heart. So, Steve, have you ever looked upon a woman with lust?
Besides my girlfriend?
Steve, ever in your life, as a red-blooded male, have you ever looked upon a woman of the opposite sex with lust? All right, that question goes out to all you folks out there. So, you said yes. According to Jesus, lusting is adultery committed in the heart. So, by your own admission, going off of those four, Steve, this is how it stands. This is very serious now, all kidding aside. You'd be a liar, a thief, a blasphemer of God, adulterer at heart, standing there before him on Judgment Day. Steve, when he looks at you, is he going to declare you innocent or guilty? If he says, this is my standard, you failed, will you be innocent or guilty?
Are those the only four standards? Or do I get judged on other good things I might do?
This is based off the 10 Commandments. He says if you break in one of the least of these, in his eyes, you've broken them all.
I would be guilty of those four.
Okay, now, if God is just, and we have just judges here on earth that don't let crimes go unpunished. That's a good definition of what justice is, not letting a single crime go unpunished. If you let a crime go unpunished, you might be called merciful, but you've bent justice, right? So in order to not bend justice, every single crime must be punished. Do you believe God is just?
I don't know if I believe in God.
Okay, well, go with me here then. You're going to stand there before God on Judgment Day. You're guilty according to his standard. Now, heaven or hell, where do guilty people go, Steve?
Hell.
All right. Now, does that concern you at all?
Not that.
Even if you don't necessarily believe in God, the possibility of going to hell, does that scare you at all? As is described in the Bible, a place where there's weeping, gnashing of teeth, it's not a fun place. I mean, I think burning alive in a car is not even getting close to it. So does that concern you at all, that you might potentially spend eternity in hell if you're at enmity with God?
As much as it does to go to another religion's hell.
All right, suppose it's true. Is that a fearful thing?
Yes.
If it's true, it's a very fearful thing. And that's a good starting place. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All right, so let's play this out. Let's give an illustration here. Suppose that I'm a judge, I'm your dad, and I love you, all right? And I'm a just judge. But Steve, son, you're guilty for drunk driving, and I have a fee. It's $5,000 or you go to jail. Now, I've already described that just judge will not let a single crime go unpunished. So I look at you, Steve, and you're like, Dad, I don't have the money. Would I be a just judge just to let you off the hook? You know? No. So I'm looking at you, I'm like saying, Steve, man, I'm your father, I love you. All right? But if I'm a just judge, I can't just let you off. So what's your dad do? This is what dad does, folks, all right? Dad takes that mallet, he smacks it down, he says, Steve, you deserve to go to jail. But what's dad do next? This is what dad does. He's wearing that robe, right? So he stands up, he unrobes, steps to the side, he comes walking down those steps because he's up in that high place. He walks up to you, his own son, takes $5,000 out of his own back pocket, and he offers it to you. Now, you don't necessarily have to take the money, right, Steve? Right.